Okay guys, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I want to introduce myself first. My name is Dina Nurhidayati Ningtyas. I am from 4E class, Department of English Education, Faculty of Educational Sciences, Institute Islamic University, Syarif Hidayatullah, Jakarta. Okay, in here I would like to tell you about my review article. The first article, the title is Children Modes of Listening to Music at Home and at School. The writer are Graka Embol, Balhirus, and Ye Hargraves. This novel tells about investigated how children listen to music by examining relationship between their different modes of listening and different contexts, home and school. It also looks at developmental and culture perspective by comparing children from different age level and nationalities. From this article, the author planned this research was to explain there were no relevant national differences and age differences. Results may from specific teaching strategies of each school level. So, some children from different age level and nationalities. This research has been the sample consists of 120 participants in four groups of 30 children with equal number of boys and girls in each. British and Portuguese children were selected from two age level 9 until 10 year old attending primary school and 13 until 4 year old attending secondary school. Okay, next article, the title is Who's Learning What's Words and How Fast Preschooler Vocabulary Growth in an Early Literacy Program. The writer is Kathleen Roscoe. The article examined the composition of vocabulary and preschooler vocabulary learning in an early literacy program. 56 children with typical women special needs and out at risk for disabilities vocabulary growth over 3 curriculum units. Composition of vocabulary appropriate more influential on children expressive rather than receptive vocabulary with less growth by group to recall rare words than roots or basic words. And next article, the title is Classroom Interaction and Communication Strategies in Learning English as Foreign. The writer is Matija Dagarin. Effective classroom interaction has two implications. The first one concerns a pleasant atmosphere in the classroom with friendly relationship among the participants of the learning process. The second one, which is mostly described in the article, encourages students to become effective communicators in foreign language. Teacher can help students to develop their interaction skill and students themselves can apply various strategies to become effective communication in a foreign language. Different teacher and student roles are presented. Okay, model for classroom interaction are given as two models upon which to analyze classroom interaction and plan activities for developing some communication strategies and describe and exemplified in detail. If all the techniques and strategies are put into practice, one can expect an improvement in classroom interaction and furthermore in everyday life situation when students communicate with foreign speaker. Students have to be trained to be effective communicator in foreign language. Can be do this through the different ways of encouraging classroom interaction. Firstly, teacher can take on variety of role, not always performing the role of an instructor, but also that of consultant or communicator. Secondly, teacher classroom interaction can be more effective if a variety of teacher and student talk is applied in the classroom. Next, teacher can be observe classroom interaction more consciously and analyze the gathered data in interpretive way. Finally, classroom interaction can be developed by applying different strategies for helping students to communicate. Uh, these are these are some of ways of encouraging successful classroom interaction. Okay, next the title is Children in Immigrant Families Looking to Americans' Future. The writer are Donald Hernani, Nancy Detton, and Suzanne Masartne. This report begins by discussing the desired origin and destination of children in immigrant families. Result for children aged 0 until 17 and living with at least one parent. Although some attention is devoted to early educational among young children aged 3 until 4 and to the educational attainment of youth aged 20 until 24. Uh, but there are at least three important lessons that school and policymakers concerned with the child develop should focus attention and research on children in immigrant families. Uh, uh, that is, children with at least one uh, foreign born parent. Children in immigrant families are important because their numbers are growing faster than any other group of children in the nations. Children in immigrant families are highly concentrated in a few states, but also spread widely across many states. The title is Effect of Different Instructional Approaches on Young Children uh, Achievement. The writer are Deborah Stipek, Rachel Fowler, Dennis Daniels, Sharon Milburn. This research report the effect of different instructional approaches found in existing preschool and kindergarten program. The child variable assessments included basic skill achievement, self-perception of academic ability, expectation for success, enjoyment of school and school-like activities, dependency and need for approval, preference for uh, basic skill tasks and challenge, anxiety and pride in accomplishment. The author supporting data with the observation made 47 rating of the classroom interaction and social climate according to an observation measure adapted from previous study. Both observers stay in the classroom for a minimum of 2 hours and usually 3 to make this rating. Okay, the next title is Child Mortality in India, the Community Level Effect of Education. The writer is Øystein Kraval. This article to show that the effect of mother's education may be severely based in the simple models that are often estimated. The author planned this research was to show the community education effect is in the theoretical plausible for number of regions. Okay, next article. The title is Air Traffic Communication in Second Language, Implication of Cognitive Factor for Training and Assessment. The reader are Candace Faris, Pavel Trofimovic, Norman Segalowicz, and Elizabeth Canbeton. Okay, this article investigated the effect of second language proficiency and thus induced cognitive workload on participants. Speech production and retention for information in an environment designed to simulate the demand faced by uh, pilots receiving instruction for air traffic controllers. Okay, the next article, the title is Age Contrast on Second Language Acquisition. The writer is James Emil, Greg Eni Commission, and Serena Leo. Okay, this article evaluated the critical period hypothesis by examining the effect of AOA on second language performance. In here, there three methods were used to evaluate the critical period hypothesis. The first method will be called the discontinuity test. The second test of critical period hypothesis employed will be called the post-correlation test. The next article, the title is When Teaching Becomes Learning. The writer is Mariam Gameron Sherin. This article investigated the ways in which teacher understanding of mathematics and mathematics teaching affect their implementation of mathematics education reform. This research examines the role of teacher content knowledge during the implementation of mathematics education reforms. Next article, the title is What Do We Know About Teacher Leadership? Findings from 2 Decides of Scholarship. The writer is Jennifer and Karen. The concept and practice of teacher leadership have gained momentum in the past 2 decades. Teachers are assuming more leadership function of both instructional and organizational level of practice. Okay guys, this is my last review article. Thanks for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.